Goodness, it happened again. I don't know why it's doing this. Sorry, guys. My computer is changing cameras for some reason in the middle of all of this. Um, See, it keeps doing it again. So I am here. Hopefully, you guys hang. Um, hang me. All right. Well, I'm going to try this instead. All right. We're going to leave it like this and see what happens. So anyways, hey everybody. It's Will, the BowTie Sober Guy, coming at you live Monday, March 30th. Excited to be here. I apologize for the technical issues. I don't know. There's something with my camera and my computer, and it wants to, when I scroll on Facebook, it actually wants to go to the other camera for some reason. So this will work fine. So glad you guys are here. I'm excited to be with you, that you want to jump on. And like I said, these are going to be short. I'm doing a little mini series on BowTie breakthroughs and just kind of some steps on things that I think can help you with the BowTie breakthroughs. So tonight's message is going to be on don't quit. You know, when I was putting all of this stuff together for the rest of this week, and just so everybody knows, this one might be a minute or two longer, but just so I can share with everybody. But I'll do this tonight through Saturday, so there'll be 6 different nights that I go through this. So tonight is Don't Quit. And when I was putting through this, I was trying to think about some times in my life that, you know, I didn't quit, that I kept going through whatever it was that was in front of me. And interestingly enough, I remembered a time, it was forever ago, I was a kid, I was actually in high school. And I was a tennis player, and we were at the district meet to go on to regionals, and I was a junior, so I don't know, I was probably 16 years old, and I was playing, and I was the last match. So it was the team that determined whether the team was going to go forward on to regionals or not, and I was the last match. And as a team, we were tied 2-2. And if you don't know tennis, don't worry about it. Just know that there's 5 matches. You have to win, of course, the majority of the matches. So 3-2 would win it, 4-1, that kind of thing. Well, we were tied. The team was tied 2-2, and so I was the last match to go. And I remember I was best 2 out of 3 sets, and we were in the second set. I had lost the first set. Second set, I was down 1-4. And I remember there was another player on the team. His dad happened to be there. Again, it was a district meet, so there were some parents that were there. And I remember I went to the back of the court, and I was standing. He was on this hill up above watching the match. And I remember him saying, "Will, it's never over until it's over." And for some reason, something switched in me. And I found I really ignited a new passion for what I was going through and what I was doing. And I came back and I won the match. And I was literally 2 games away from losing the match and our team losing. And I came back, won the match, and we went on to regionals that year. And actually, we ended up going on to state that year. But, you know, it was one of those times that I didn't quit. I thought I was done, but I heard words of encouragement from someone, you know, off in the distance a little bit, but it's all that I really needed to flip that switch. And I realized I didn't have to quit. It was not over. And you know, I think in today's world right now, we're facing a lot of different things. And the struggle is very real for a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in our world. You know, I'm facing my own things. You know, I decided to launch a company, and then this whole thing happened. And so I understand that the struggle is very real. But I also understand that the answer is not to quit. The answer is to really move forward. And the way I do that, and I encourage you guys to do that, is a lot of times we tend to focus on the things we don't have. Like I was focusing on that match at the things that I had lost. I had lost all those games. I wasn't playing really well. I was focused on that. And then when I heard that parent say, it's not over until it's over, I started looking at the successes that I had in the match. So there were points that I had won, maybe a couple of the games that I won where I could remember and play off of certain things that happened. And so instead of focusing on all the things that I was doing wrong or all the things that I wasn't doing right, I started focusing on, wait a minute, if I do this, if I serve this way, if I play to his backhand, if I do this, if I rush the net, if I do these things, they were really something that was helping me win the game. If I focus on those successes, then maybe I have a chance. And that's what I encourage you guys to do. As we go through this unprecedented time in our world with the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to talk about, or whatever you want to call it, a lot of people are really focusing on the negatives. And I remember even back years ago when I kind of started my spiral downhill or down the drain, really, I was focusing on nothing but the negative. So I encourage you, focus on your success. And sometimes they're hard to find. Sometimes that's like, what am I going to do today? Or what did I do today that was a good thing? Because we're so used to looking at the negative. And so I just challenge you and find those little things. Start a gratitude list if you have to do that, and write down little things. And they can be goofy little things. They can be really big things. It doesn't matter, but start focusing on those successes. I was reading some things in a book today, and I was dissatisfied with it because this book was talking a little bit about this, but they were talking about all the negative things and how we focus on that. And I don't want to do that. I want to focus on the positive. What are the good things? I could focus on the fact that I have all this work to do for BowTie Living, and I'm never going to get it done. There's never enough hours in the day. There's never blah, blah, blah. I don't know how to do it. I got to learn how to do it. I could focus on that. But instead what I do is I say, wait a minute, you know what? I've done a lot of really good things. I built my website basically by myself. I've had to learn how to do it. I've started doing Facebook Live by myself. Now I get help from other people that will give me encouragement. They'll actually give me guidance. They'll give me little tricks. They'll give me things like that. But that's what I choose to focus on. I focus on those things rather than on the fact that I have this huge list that's literally like this big of things that I want to do for BowTie Living. And you know what? The fact of the matter is I'm not going to be able to get to it all. And even when I cross off everything off that list, guess what? I'll be adding more to it. So it's never going to be done. So I, in turn, choose to focus really on those successes rather than the failures. The other thing that I think is important is see your progress. In everything that's going on right now, and especially when it comes to feeling overwhelmed or fearful or things really that you might be struggling with, is we focus on those struggles rather than focusing on where we've been and what we've done. A big thing for me is I've learned this in my recovery journey, is I used to do nothing but focus on the fact that I haven't done this, I haven't gotten that, and it was all about the have-nots, K-N-O-T-S, no pun intended, instead of the haves. And really, it's that progress. And when I work with individuals, coaching them, I talk a lot about that. I was just on the phone with one earlier today, and we were so excited because we saw, and my camera just switched again. Sorry, guys. We just saw, we were talking about how the things, the choices that he's making and the things that he's doing, those are huge growth moves that he's had in his life. And the choices are better than he was making before. And this isn't a guy that has issues with alcohol or drugs or anything like that. There's just other things in life, right? Life's nuts. And so focus on the progress. Focus on the things that are going well in your life rather than, and the things that you're improving in. And that will really, really help you. It goes back to, the term, you can't see the forest through the trees. Because what happens for me is I'll tend to focus on that one tree. Like, this is it, and I don't get to see the bigger picture, the bigger forest. And so you know what, guys, I'm going long, so I apologize. I will cut this short here. But it's something where we want to focus on the good, focus on the progress, instead of getting dragged into the mud by all of our failures, because we all have them. We have them all the time. But that doesn't mean we want to focus on them. We want to learn from them so that we can then improve our progress and we continue to grow. Because, life is all about growth, and it's all about progress, not perfection. And none of us are going to be perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. Anybody that knows me can attest to the fact that I'm not perfect. But you know what? I look at today. If I can have today be a good day and a better day than I was yesterday, not every day is, but that can show progress. And over the course of time, I will continue to grow. And that's actually what tomorrow's lesson is going to be on. Is it's going to be on the small steps that create big breakthroughs. Because it's not the big things. It's those small little steps that we can take each and every day that will create huge breakthroughs in our lives. And so that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night. But like I said, these are going to be short, sweet, just little snippets for you guys. I'm so glad you jumped on to join me. And failure as fuel. Yeah, right? That's awesome. Thanks, honey. She just posted that. And it is. Failure should be that. Ignite yourself, ignite that passion. You know what? This is something, because really what failure is, and I'm sorry, I'm going to keep going now. But failure, if you look at, there's all kinds of stories out there about Thomas Edison and the light bulb, right? That he failed 10,000 times. I don't know if that number's true or not, but that's what everybody says, right? And he was quoted as saying that, you know what, those 10,000 times weren't failures. He just learned a way that didn't work. And that's the thing that my camera just switched again to. This is so weird. But that's how we want to look at those things, as an opportunity. Failure is just an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to learn a new way to do things, a new way to look at something. Coronavirus and all the stuff that's going on in our lives today, for me, is a great opportunity for me to connect with people in a very different way than I ever did before. I have met, in the last week, I have met probably 30 people virtually through some networking groups that I could have never met that many prior to that. But because we're now confined to this type of meeting and this type of organization, that's how we meet. But I got to tell you, I've met that many people in this short period of time because of this. That's pretty cool. So instead of looking at it as, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I can't meet with anybody one-on-one. I can't do this. I can't do that. I see it as an opportunity to learn a new way of doing something. And I encourage you guys to do that same thing. Just don't quit. Find different ways to do it. And with that, you know, if you have questions about where you're at, what you're going through, if you're struggling with something, please reach out. I am so happy to jump on the phone, jump on a Zoom with you, and we can do a video meeting. Those are awesome. Actually, I love them. They're a lot of fun. But I'm so happy to do that with you guys. Let's talk about what's going on. Let me help you through that, help you find new ways to overcome any challenges or struggles or hurts or anything like that that's going on. Please feel free to reach out. Like I said, tomorrow, I'm going to let you guys go, but tomorrow is going to be the second night in this, and we're going to be talking about the small steps, the small changes that we can make that will create huge, big breakthroughs in your life. And they're small, incremental. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. Thank you guys for jumping on tonight. I really do appreciate it. I love you all. Please reach out, excuse me, if you'd like to talk about anything, and know that this too shall pass. Will the BowTie Sober Guy signing out. Peace out.